That was last night, and now we're live again in Salt Lake City. The U.S. Figure Skating Championships continuing. There were the final standings for the pairs. Yamaguchi and Galindo win it. Natasha, Kuchiki, and Todd Sand, a most interesting story. We'll detail that in a moment. They finished second. Sharon, Carz, and Doug Williams were third. They'll all be going to Halifax. What about Kala Urbanski and Mark Naylor, though? They finished fourth. They might be going as well, as I'm joined by our figure skating guru, Dick Button. And, of course, we're talking about the Natasha Kuchiki story. She and Todd Sand finished second, but the International Skating Union forbids those who have not turned 14 years old by the July prior to the World Championships to compete. Thus, at the moment, she's ineligible. Thus, the U.S. Figure Skating Association will appeal. What's the story behind this story?
Well, the rule was not instituted to prevent very young skaters from being subjected to the rigors of international competition. What happened was that in the late 1970s, there was no limit on high-flying lifts. The Soviets took advantage of this, and they paired tall, muscular young men with very underweight, underdeveloped young girls. And what happened was they could just pick them up and throw them around almost like a sack of potatoes. But the result was that the pair was not well matched physically. Well, the ISU passed the rule. It was fully supported by the U.S., and now the USFSA is, in a way, hoisted by its own petard, because as you can see here, this pair is well matched. And Natasha Kuchiki, at 107 pounds, is clearly mature and very well developed in this pair relationship here. It's a very nice pair.
She certainly has the presence of an older competitor. Again, the U.S. Figure Skating Association will appeal in an attempt to rescind that rule and enable them to compete at the World Championships taking place next month in Canada.
And of course, whatever happens, they'll be around for a long time. They're a wonderful young pair.
Now, Sharon Carz and Doug Williams will be going to the World Championships because they placed third last night.
And of course, they are very mature. She has a lovely, elegant line and very attractive couple. One way or the other, I think we have a very outstanding pairs contingent.
Led, of course, by Yamaguchi and Galindo, the pairs champions for the second successive year. All of that taking place last night as you take a look at the standings for the entire pairs competition here in Salt Lake City, where a big crowd has gathered on this Saturday afternoon, because coming up very shortly will be the finals for the ladies, and we'll see if Jill Trenery can retain her title, or might it be Harding or Yamaguchi? Right now to New York, and Frank Gifford.